yet to execute that statement. After line 6, where do we go? We go to the end of the subroutine, which is line 8. We deallocate the 2 columns. And then we go to line 10. When we go back to line 10 looks like this. Line 10 is basically D23 at this point. There are no more invocations I need to perform. I'm ready to actually print the result. So on the right-hand side in the comments, on the left-hand side in the comments column.
9.
Oh, okay.
You can leave that so I can keep my point.
Well, if you do the minor calculation mistakes like that, it's just going to be very minor points deduction. Okay, so print 9 and line 10 is all done. We go to line 11. Line 11 is the end of the main subroutine. We still have to remember to deallocate the only column left. And then we go back to post because the return line number tells me to go back to post. And we're done. It computes the square of n. That's what the subroutine is supposed to do. Do you guys know why it computes the square of n? It looks kind of convoluted. It has to do with this. It has to do with n squared is n minus 1 squared plus 2n minus 1. Okay, it's a quadratic equation thing because if you expand what is n minus 1 squared, it becomes n squared minus 2n plus 1. Right? Then you add 2n to it, you minus 1. The plus 2n cancels out the minus 2n. The plus 1 cancels out the minus 1, so you get n squared back. So this is a tricky way to compute a square without using multiplication. Attack! Isn't there a multiplication here? Well, I can easily get rid of that multiplication, can't I? I just have to say n plus n instead of 2 times n. And the reason why sometimes we have calculations like this is for architectures, computer processor architectures that do not have efficient multiplication instructions. Okay, some processors do not have multiplication instructions, which means if you want to do multiplication, it takes a long time. Addition, on the other hand, doesn't take much time, and therefore, changing the form into this, can be very helpful in terms of speeding up calculations. Given that you have n minus 1 squared to begin with to calculate n squared. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this one. And that's all for the homework assignment. Any questions about the homework assignments? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at let's just take a quick look at the practice exam first, and we'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll deal with the practice exam. Practice exam is all the way down here, and I will just go ahead and show you some of the questions. So basically, in this practice exam, I give you 4 questions in the form of tracing stuff, and 1 question in the form of pre and post condition stuff. So you only have 1 question out of 4 that is based on pre and post. It's comprehensive. And I'll show you the more. Okay, let me show you the one that is the most difficult one first. So we'll tackle that one first. Let me see if it's this one. I think it is FX4. Yep, this is the one. This is the one that we'll talk about when we come back. Okay? Because right after the break, hopefully most people will be loaded with caffeine again, and you guys will be all refreshed, so we'll be ready to tackle the most difficult problem first. I'll keep this one on the board just in case someone wants to start thinking about it before we come back to deal with it. Let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break. It is 9:05 right now. So we'll come back and continue at 9:15.
I did the homework and everything right, but when I copied it, I forgot to put 3 after line goes.
Okay, that's not going to be a major problem. I don't think in this assignment I will take any points out.
I don't know if Fallout 3 is already come out. Now there's your videos, so I don't know.